Welcome to the Life Makeovers podcast. My name is Cindy D. Whitmer, and I am the Midlife Makeover Coach, helping you turn your midlife into your best life, one step at a time. Through powerful conversations, my own midlife roller coaster story, and over 3 decades of helping people transform their lives through counseling and coaching, I am on a mission to help you create your own definition of success and happiness. Thank you for being here. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Life Makeovers podcast. Thank you so much for being here. So, this is the season of the year that, we've been experiencing, at least, where I live and many areas in the world where we live, where the daylight is shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. And the darkness, nighttime or dark hours are longer and longer and longer. And I don't know about for you, but sometimes I am challenged a bit by that. And I need to still like open curtains and let whatever natural light there is, even on a cloudy day, let it in. I'm one of those people that keep on little lamps in rooms, even that I'm not in the house. So if I walk into the room, there's light, or if I walk by the room, there's light. I just find myself wanting to, experience light, even in darkness. And so I really look forward to the time, in the third week of December. I think it's the 21st is the winter solstice, right? Where it starts to go in the other direction, where even if it's just adding 1 minute a day, we get more light each day. So in a sense, soon we will be coming out of the darkness, right? And having more light. And that got me thinking about life and how sometimes we experience darkness, in our lives, in our circumstances, and what can we do to come out of that darkness into the light? Well, as I was thinking about all of this, I remembered a little day trip that my husband and I took like 5 years ago. I think it's been now. We went to the town of Hutchinson, Kansas for the day, and there's some cool things to do in the area. And one of the things that we did was we visited the salt mine there. And I had never done this in my life. I don't think Ed had either. And you go into an elevator and you go down, 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 down. It was 650 feet underground, which, if you want to know how far down that is like the height of the St. Louis Arch. Okay, you know how tall that arch looks when you drive through St. Louis, those of you who've done that before, or if you've seen pictures of it, that's how deep down underground the salt mine is. And so when we were down there, we at times experienced absolute total darkness. Like we would put our hands in front of our faces and couldn't see our own hands right in front of our faces. And it was very, very unsettling, but you got to expect that being that far underground. Now, for the tour and things, and we rode around in these, whatever they were, cars. For the tour, of course, they had low lighting around, and so the tracks, and so you could see, the sites of the salt mine and so forth. But when we were in areas or they would shut off the lights for us to understand how dark it can be, I mean, it was dark, very unsettling. And major issues for workers in the salt mine are not experiencing enough light and not getting enough air. Like even the oxygen supply is a challenge when you work underground like that many, many hours a day. Well, by the end of the tour, honestly, I was even starting to feel a little funky. Like I really didn't understand what was wrong with me, but I didn't feel normal. I could breathe normally and so forth. And I didn't think I was going to pass out or anything, but I felt really weird. I just felt unlike I'd ever felt before. And I just didn't really know what that meant. But I noticed as soon as I, got out of the mine and I stepped outdoors and had fresh air, I was cured instantly, like absolutely instantly. I was fine. So I don't know if it's a little lack of oxygen or what all was happening for my body, but I did not enjoy the darkness. I'll just say that it didn't feel healthy to me. So Martin Luther King has a quote that I love, and it is, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that." And he also says, "Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that." So thank you, Martin Luther King, for that beautiful quote. So what are the kinds of things that are darkness in our lives as midlifers? Well, maybe it's your spouse leaves you, you lose a job, your child is in big trouble, someone you love is terminally ill, your house burns down, your health is limiting you, you feel desperately alone in your life, or maybe for you, just getting up in the morning is a challenge. I mean, there's all kinds of circumstances that could feel like a dark time in your life. And so how do we get out of that darkness and come into the light? Well, let's find light. Let's talk about where is the light in that darkness that you might be feeling. Well, number one is I want you to get support, whatever kind of support you need. If you have medical issues and need medical support, please go get that. If you have mental health issues and your darkness looks like a black cloud of depression hanging over you, or high anxiety stressing you out, or if you're having thoughts that are, self-destructive thoughts of harming yourself or harming others. I mean, whatever your mental health issues might be, please go get some mental health support from licensed professionals with that kind of darkness. Maybe you want the support of a good friend and you just need to talk it out. I know I'm someone who, when I feel really down or stressed, I need to talk to one of my close girlfriends, especially. I seem to respond very well to that. Just verbalizing what's going on, telling my story helps me master it and figure out, what I need to do next or what would help me the most. Maybe you need support from, a comforting person in your life, whether it's a close friend like me, like I said, or your spouse or a sibling or whomever's close with you. Or maybe it's a spiritual advisor, a rabbi, a priest, a pastor, whoever you receive spiritual guidance from. Whatever it is, whatever you're going through, please get support. Remember, you do not have to go through life alone. And a coach like myself is also someone who provides support, a very unique kind of support as well, and help you through the dark chapters of your life. Number two, cling to your faith, whatever that is, whether it's a religious kind of faith, a spiritual kind of faith, or whether it's faith in yourself, faith in the world, faith in the universe, some kind of belief system that gives you, encouragement. Please cling to that. Hopefully you have some set of beliefs or ideas that when you can grab onto them, speak to that life can get better, things will turn around, that you will prevail, those kinds of things. So please cling to any and all of that. That gives you a positive, a sense of positivity about the future. And then number three, do what you love. I mean, really, make daily joy a priority. You've heard me say this before, and so I apologize if it gets, old, but I cannot tell you how many times I've bumped into people who forget that it's really okay to like deliberately, intentionally experience joy every day. So even if you're grieving heavily and you're going through a season of just absolute unbearable emotional pain of some sort or stress, it is okay to do things that you love to do and enjoy yourself. You know, you can take a time out from your pain and go have some fun. It's not against anyone or any situation or a denial of any situation to do something that you love and enjoy. And it will offset some of the powerful stress you're feeling and give you some relief and you know, be a light for you. Number 4, I want you to honor your needs. Honestly, if self care was ever important in life, which in my opinion it is every single day, no matter what. But if it ever is important, it is when you are in a dark chapter in your life, when you're really struggling or you have a lot of big life transitions happening, or you're unsure of your future, you're scared about something, you're worried, stressed out, or devastated. Please honor your needs. So I literally said to a client the other day, I said, if you need to sleep, sleep. If you need to eat, eat. If you need to hydrate, hydrate. If you need to move your body, exercise. If you need, you know, time alone, make sure you have time alone. If you need time with others, reach out. Like I just, you know, living in the moment, live in the moment, live in the moment and respond to those needs, whatever you're sensing is most important for you at the time. And number 5, please remember who you are and everything you're capable of. Honestly, many of you do not remember your own worth and your own personal power. You guys are in midlife and beyond. You've been around the block many times, like I have, and we have survived everything so far. So we want to remember how strong we are, how courageous we are, how resourceful we are, how capable we are to get through anything. You've surely known people who've gone through things that, you know, you thought, oh, how are they ever going to get through it? And they do. And you may have thought that yourself, how am I ever going to get through this? I'm never going to get through this. And then you do. And so if you're going through a stretch of darkness again in your life, remember that. Okay, remember that. And tap into the strengths, the courage, and all the resources that you have within you and around you to move you through this dark season in your life. And number 6, please find hope and inspiration from somewhere out there. One of my favorite things to do is listen to the podcast, Julia Louis-Dreyfus's podcast called Wiser Than Me, because she interviews women who are in their 70s, 80s, 90s sometimes. And they talk about their lives. And of course, inevitably, they've been through some tragic times, some treacherous times, seasons of, you know, health issues or relationships dismantling, or careers flopping, or financial strain and worry, or abuse, neglect. I mean, everything you can imagine, getting fired. I mean, you know, horrible grief, anything, everything. And yet they've lived to tell it and tell about it. And every guest she's ever had on that podcast, I've listened to every episode that there is, has had a message of hope and has been an inspiration just by their own ability to move through any period of darkness in their lives and find joy again, and purpose and meaning and satisfaction in their lives. So that's one place I know you can get it. I also like to read biographies of people that I think are powerful or amazing, and hear how they, change their lives when things got really tough. And you can find it among your own friends and family, also people you know. right around you. Look to them for hope and inspiration. But wherever you can get it, get it. And if you have to look back in your own story to find hope, and, again, remember who you really are and see the survivor and thriver that you are, then inspire yourself. There's nothing wrong with that either. So, yes, you may be going through a dark period in your life. If you are, I am here to uplift, uphold, encourage, and support you in any way that I can. And I'm here to tell you that there is always light after the darkness as well, always and forever. So it is available to any of us, all of us. We just have to find our way to it. So please choose to come out of the darkness and find your light. And the other piece of light, having a light in our lives, is loving ourselves 100% of the time. And so I want you to go to my free masterclass. If you haven't done this yet, it's at cindydwhitmer.com/love yourself. And it's an hour of jam-packed information about things to think about to lead you back to yourself and love yourself, and also to learn how to do that without guilt, and understanding the positive ripple effect that this will have on everyone. So please go there. It's free. It's all it is your time. And then if you want to take things further and get some coaching, there's an offer there that's available to you as well for more learning or personal coaching if you'd like that. But no worries about that. Just watch the class and take it in and see what it can do for you in this season of your life as you're navigating everything you have going on. So thank you so much for listening. Please share this podcast to others that you think would benefit from, what we have going on here. And I will talk to you again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for listening to the Life Makeovers podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share this podcast with those that you think would also benefit from what we're doing here. And I will talk to you again soon.